Today I'm doing another very quick review on a new MIG welder I've got. My wife bought this for my birthday. She bought me 3 different tools, and all of which I will do a very preliminary review on, and then over the next few months I will do, I'll do another video and explain all the pros and cons. You can't do a review about a tool until you've had a chance to use it. I've wanted a MIG for quite some time. I had a very basic stick welder, and it is a beast, and it prefers to just cut through metal than weld it, no matter what the thickness. So the MIG should hopefully be a little bit more delicate, whereas the other one was literally just like a monster truck version. Anyway, let's get on. Let's get into it, shall we? As you can see, I had already opened it, but it was just to check what it was, and that it had all come in and, without being damaged. So there was a little bit of a ding on the box. A lovely noise. One of the things I've noticed, which is it's purely aesthetic, but it's still a bit annoying, is this has obviously been squished into the package for quite some time, and it's actually taken off the white bits from the actual polystyrene. So I'll have to clean that up, see if I can, but it's literally on all of it in places. Okay, enough whinging, let's have a look. So this, you push those two up on either side and it opens. Now I've never owned one of these, so this is literally all new to me. So this isn't like an instruction, this is my unboxing to see what it's like and to get a feel for it and to learn how to use it myself. That's obviously the spool. Look at this is my favourite thing ever. Look at this welding mask. Isn't that absolutely brilliant? You fold your own, it's like a cake box of some kind. I won't be using that one. Now this one comes with 2 spare nozzles, 2 fuses, a spring, and a couple of bits I assume to screw the spool on. That spring probably is for that as well. Quick read of the old instructions. It's actually quite a comfortable grip on it. This bit's a bit abrasive, to be honest, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. I'm a big strong lad. So the wires are long-ish. The mains cord is about 1.5 meters, and let's have a look at the torch end. It's about the same, so about 1.5, so it's not too bad. Okay, now I've got a little problem with this, but it's not actually with this, but it's with me and this. I've looked into where the spring goes. I know how to put the spool on and everything, but some people put the spring at the bottom of the spool and then tie everything down on it. Other people put it on top of the spool and again put everything down on that. So I'm not entirely sure which way around that goes. As I say, I've not owned one before, and I just don't know. I'm going to just put it at the top for now and hope that that's right. With these spools, obviously they're under quite a bit of tension, and all they want to do is they want to unravel. So when you do anything with these, the second you take this bit out, they'll want to untangle, okay? You want your spool to be facing the wire to be coming out the same side as this. I think that's fairly straightforward. One thing I want to check is, what height is that? I hoped I could work out where the spring went by the height of this, but apparently not. So as I say, take this out carefully, unwind a bit because you want to cut off the bit that's been bent. Now put this down, holding both the spool and the wire. I'll put the spring down, I think, on top. You do need 8 hands to do this. Okay, that's on tightish. Now, this here is the tension for this, if you have a look. Hang on. Whoop. And so that just holds that roller there and allows the wire to be spooled into it. Now I'm slowly feeding the wire through, trying not to let it unwind too much. Like that. Right, it wasn't a complete disaster, but nearly was. Right. Let's attempt that again, shall we? Do you know what, that's going to bend itself in there. Let's cut another bit off. I'll end up with none left. Right, try that again. Once it comes out here, you push it into the other hole, the other tube, if you can. Now at this point I'm going to be closing this back up. And you can let go of the spool now. Now I'm going to plug it in, making sure that I've actually put the grounding cable onto my table away from me. My table is made of wood. Now one thing I should have done before putting the spool on is if you take the nozzle off, hang on, it either twists off or it pulls off in most cases. We're going to take off the nozzle. Okay, it just means there's more area for the actual the wire to come out, and then we can place the nozzle back on. So turn it on, and the feed speed I've just put up to 5. Trying to keep this as straight as possible, but trying to show you guys as well. We press the trigger. I've just felt it come through the wire here. Should be coming out the nozzle in just a sec, and there we go. Taking your tip again, place it in so the wire goes through it, and we're going to tighten it on. Now I tighten it as much by hand as I can, and then just give it a tiny turn. I do this with any nozzles on these. Just literally like maybe even just a quarter, not even a quarter I would say. And that's it, it's done, it's there, it's not coming out. And now we put the head back on. We're ready to go. Okay, and that's it basically set up. Now find a safe place for your nozzle tips and the fuses. I'm possibly just going to stick them in here, but make sure that they, you know, can't wobble around. Like literally sellotape them there so that they can't wobble around and can't get caught in the feed. But at the moment, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so there's my very quick review, sort of, and putting together of the MIG Welder. I'm hoping to be able to do a proper, you know, using it and review of that nature, but it is absolutely pouring down outside, and one thing you do learn is not to do much welding in the torrential rain. So over the next few months I'll use it for my projects that I've got coming up, and I'll be able to give you a more in-depth of how good it is to use and so on. I wanted to get it out of the box, check that it all worked before, you know, I didn't want to leave it in the box for months and find out that it doesn't work and, you know, end up being left with a piece of broken tech, you know. So yeah, over the next few months you'll be able to watch me doing it, and hopefully I'll be able to give you a proper explanation of whether, you know, how good it is, how it compares to my other welder, and various other bits and pieces like that. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again soon. Bye.